Today we review the Rapha Pro Team training jersey printed. Hello legends and super legends, welcome to Veloharmony. In today's video we take a look at Rapha's new Pro Team training jersey, what they call their flight collection. And I think by printed they mean the design that's on it. Let's get to it. We received 2 copies of this at the channel. Paul has one. We also got the matching socks. Has the same design. This is the orange color. They have orange and they have purple. I'll put the colors up here. But what I'm going to do is I will be looking at the jersey primarily. The socks are basically a spin-off of their Pro Team collection with just that print design, like the front of the jersey here. I tried the jersey on when it came just for fit, because when you go from like their training jersey to their Pro Team regular jersey, the fit in the training jersey has been slightly relaxed. And so I wanted to make sure that this was going to be a keeper. I'm going to go ahead and remove the tag. The material, this is made in, it says made in Vietnam. Rapha has their jerseys made all over the world. China, Portugal, Poland, different places. So this one's made in Vietnam. Let me take off this tag. Kind of gets in the way when you're trying to zip it up. But this is what the inside of the orange looks like. Very nice. This is the print design. The neck, the arms, everything have unique design. So before I put this on, I want to make sure that we look at what any surprises Rapha may have put in there. What I mean by surprises is they always include a story sometimes they don't. So it's kind of good to check. So let's look at the pocket. So as I look in, I also want to talk about the reinforcement, which has become kind of standard now. You see right there, they reinforced it. They reinforced that one. So all their jerseys pretty much come reinforced, and I think that needs to be the norm, because if you put anything substantial in the pocket, it has a tendency to stretch the fabric if it's not reinforced. So I noticed while looking at the reinforcement, there was a box right there, which kind of signaled to me that something's in the pocket. So I go to the pocket. They don't have a security pocket on this jersey. They only have 3 pockets. That's it. You know, good sized pockets. So I look in here, and sure enough, they have a story. There's the globe, and it's in the colors of the team that they sponsor, Education First. I'll read that to you. It talks about typical analyzed flock. Then they have the globe, and then they have underneath it says angular density to neighbors. And then the story begins. It says, EF Education First, movements of the peloton. Seen from afar, the peloton moves as one. Yet, this flock's movements are not the will of one. They are made of hundreds of discrete motions like birds. The rider's reactions border on the subconscious, guided by nearby neighbors in a ripple effect. Influenced by changes in the environment around them, the bunch expands and contracts without a word, ebbing and flowing in a mesmeric dance. Those of you who have ridden in groups, particularly those of you who have competed, you kind of know what that means. And so I think that was really neat. It's very poetic. It's a way of describing what happens in the bunch, you know. What they basically mean is nobody tells you what to do. You kind of adapt and you flow and you overcome. You react to what's happening around you. That's kind of what it is, you know. So when they say a mesmeric dance, meaning that everybody's kind of in sync, you know. And when somebody dabs, you dib, and so forth and so on. So I like that. So they really, really are into cycling. They're not just moving jerseys. So I just wanted to share that with you all before I put the jersey on. Slip that on. As usual, the same feel as all their jerseys. I was a little more impressed with this fit versus prior season's training jersey. This is snugger, so I think they've been listening to some of the feedback. The arm has an elastic band. That's what you're looking at right there. That keeps it in place. I really like that. That's nice. It's a nice touch. That's the thing with Rapha. Every new jersey has little improvements that just move the jersey in the right direction, in my opinion. The neck, nice and comfortable here. Low cut. They've got a protective cover for the zipper up here. Let's check down here. They don't have one down here, and I'm sure there's a good reason. The bottom of the zipper is rubberized. The same band around the arms is around the bottom of the jersey to keep things in place when you load them up. There is no security pocket on this training jersey, and I believe, yeah, they had one on their prior season's training jersey, but I think in this printed design, they decided to leave it off. So there is no security pocket. You just have 3 very well-sized pockets. It has a band at the top of each pocket, which always helps to keep the contents in place. Let me go ahead and load them up and let's see how they hold up. So let's get some stuff to put in the pockets. I'm going to start with this, my patch kit. Stick my pump on the side. Those of you who saw my review of the Luxa jersey, I'm going to treat this jersey similarly. I'm going to really load it up. So I'm putting in 2 bars and 4 gels just to see. I'm not going to arrange them as neatly as I usually do. I just want to see how they hold up under pressure. So it's nice and loaded, because usually I kind of line up the gels to make it neat. You know, I'm going to be out there for hours. I don't want them moving around. And then I'm going to take this large bag, like I did on my other review, and put it in the middle. That's where the gimbal goes. I know it will take the gimbal really well, because I'm not that concerned about it. The pocket's very generous. This bag gets in there. Now, after loading it up, this band begins to make sense. The same thing like on the Luxa jersey, it had a band. This is what keeps things in place. This allows the ventilation under here when you're wearing these jerseys. But look at how this thing looks. Okay, it goes really well with black shorts, which most of us wear. With this, how they did the color, and then it came down and just went with the black band. From a distance, it makes it look like you're wearing a skin suit almost. A skin suit with pockets. I like that look. The design is beautiful. They have a purple design as well, which also has a pair of socks that go with it. So now that I've got this on, I want to show you what the socks look like as I'm wearing it. So when you have that, you can see now how the design of the socks are going to come into play. It's the way they did it just wraps around your ankle. It's on the front and the sides, on each side of it, and then on the back, they just left that open for the convex of the root. It's the standard Pro Team sock. They just added that design. So I wanted to do this quick review to introduce you all to the Flight collection, the Rapha Pro Team training jersey collection. And from what I'm seeing, this is much better than the first set of training jerseys, because the fit now is closer to the Pro Team fit as far as how it feels on your body. My pet peeve with the other training jersey from prior seasons was that it was too loose. And even on a ride one time, I put my bag in there, it just kind of looked lopsided. It moved around quite a bit. This is not the case with this jersey. They have improved the fit. It is more body form hugging, which I think if you're going to be using it for training and you're riding a lot, I don't want stuff moving around, just like you wouldn't want when you're competing. So I don't understand why they started out in prior season with a looser training jersey. I think their logic was when you're training, usually you're trying to get in race shape and you're carrying extra pounds. Well, not all of us get out of shape between seasons. We try to maintain our fitness as much as possible. So I'm glad that they're moving back to making the jersey fit. So this fits like a Pro Team jersey, even though they're calling it part of the training line. flight collection. Okay, so go ahead and check it out for those of you that are in the market for something more colorful to add to your cycling wardrobe. To that effect, let nothing stop you from getting your cave